Cochlear implant is an electronic device that replaces the inner ear and allows people without hearing to hear. Technically, cochlear implants have been around since the late 50s. However, that was very experimental back then. In the 70s, Dr. Bill House in California and a few other surgeons around did some experimental single electrode or single channel devices. And there was a major study that came out of Pittsburgh in the 70s by Dr. Robert Bilger, who was my academic advisor in graduate school, who tested all the people with cochlear implants. And he did this independently. He thought that the devices worked, but they needed to be a lot better. He and many others proposed at that time that we should continue implanting patients, but we should be using multi-channel, multiple electrode devices to provide people more benefit. And the companies then quickly developed multi-channel cochlear implants. Through the 80s they became FDA approved, and now they're very commonplace. There have been well over 200,000 people with cochlear implants around the world. Last year, somewhere around 10,000 people in the United States received a cochlear implant. Candidates for cochlear implants are children or adults who are deaf. And deaf may mean different things to different people, but technically I would define a person who has severe to profound sensorineural hearing loss is a candidate for a cochlear implant. Approved for children down to the age of 1. Most insurance companies allow their children with profound sensorineural hearing loss to be implanted prior to the age of 1. If the child insurance demands that we wait till the age of 12 months, then we wait till 12 months. Some don't, however. Children implanted between 1 and 2 perform much better, much more quickly than patients implanted between the ages of 3 to 5. We prefer to see children as early as possible to give parents options, and if they decide on a cochlear implant, implant the child relatively young, sometimes even as early as 7 to 9 months. Even in 2011, we see lots of children later than we should. Children aren't doing well, they're not developing speech and language, maybe they've had ear infections or other ear problems, and all of a sudden you have a 3-year-old who's not talking, who really doesn't have much language. So we prefer to see patients much earlier and help families make decisions in terms of hearing aids, further testing, possibly even cochlear implantation.
Sound very strange. Leah. Hi, baby. You heard me. You heard Mama. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay.
Making every possible mistake. La 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 la. Strange world, hoping I could learn a bit about what is true and fake. But while these hate try to communicate, finding trust and love is not always easy to make.
Why do you want a cochlear implant now?
Because I want to hear everything.
Everything?
I need to hear alarms, smoke detectors for fire, and what else?
Many different things.
A saw, nails being hammered into wood, the telephone, a saw cutting down a tree, cars crashing, horns beeping, beep beep, and what else? hear all the people talking in Florida and New York.
Different states, huh?
Is something the matter?
No, nothing's wrong. I'm hearing that. I can hear you. I can try to listen to you say the words, and it feels like my head is getting really big. It's getting bigger, and so much is coming in, but it doesn't hurt. It just feels like I'm floating or something. Like I'm floating, you know? Oh, that's me laughing. We're laughing. You laugh, don't laugh. Talk in your voice. Let's hear your voice. You're crying.
I love you. Abby, I love you so much.
I love you too. I love you too. Oh, not so loud. So loud. Okay.
The first time we came here, it was so hopeless and desperate. We were in the denial process to realize Kimberly has a hearing loss.
We're still hopeful. Maybe, the doctor made some mistake.
She was 2 years, 9 months.
Yeah.
She obviously failed her hearing test when we went and took her in.
We thought, speaking is so natural. Why do you have to learn how to speak? Before Joshua was born, we had no idea how hard it is. By the end of the first year, we really saw it. She started talking single words, and then slowly, 2 words together, she had the language.
I have a pink lamb. Why are you peeking?
It was so amazing.
We hope to say we've put a lot of time and effort into where we've come so far.
Rip it.
Oh, tell her, rip it open.
Rip it open.
Rip.
We're one of the JTC families. It's been a fantastic support for us.
I've been trained, week by week. I learned all these things in these 3 years.
Remember the name of the school?
John Tracy.
John Tracy Clinic, that's right. When you were a little baby, you went to John Tracy Clinic.
I think a big, scary dinosaur I got. Yeah, I think he's a naughty bear. Calm down, naughty.
What's your name?
My name's Fatima.
No.
It's for Mom. My favorite subject at school is art and music.
They kind of like curious and stuff. I'm like, oh, it's a cochlear implant. It helps me hear. I am deaf. And they say, no way.